Okay, so this is actually my second time recording this because the last time, I don't know why, but for some reason my camera stopped recording about halfway through and just like shut off. So that was really cool. So yeah, that's why this is late. This is the final flea. Oh, I should probably do this. Okay. Yeah. So as I said on Twitter, um, the flea market got rained out last week, which was the final week of the flea market. So there's no, I didn't get to do like a one more flea market pickups like I had hoped. But I'm still going to follow through with that idea. I shopped around of picking out the some of the my favorite things from the flea market that I gotten over the year, and I'm gonna show it all in this video. I'm gonna try to go a little quicker than last time, just because I've kind of done this already. But I'll try not. I won't stiff. I won't stiff out on anything. I'll say all I can. So, the first thing, one of the first things I want to show is this poster frame, the legendary poster frame that doesn't fit any of my posters except for this one, and I still need to. Excuse me. I still need to hang this up because it's really heavy, like I've said before, and I don't want just like thumbtacks keeping this up. I want something to like actually fasten this on the wall. But I mean, I don't know. I think it looks actually like a perfect fit for kind of like an old timey map to be in like a more classy poster or a poster frame. This thing was actually a huge pain in the ass to get like inside. And there might have actually been like shards of glass in the carpet for a bit. It all got vacuumed up, of course, but yeah, that thing was pretty cool. I paid like $20 for it, so I was a little pissed off when it ended up not fitting the poster I had expected it to fit, but it ended up working out anyway, so I can't be too mad. Next. Is Bible Black. Bible Black. I haven't watched it yet, and I won't watch it because it's November. We all know what November means. I think this honestly might have been the thing that actually convinced me to do the flea market videos because it's like such a ridiculous thing to get. I just kind of like had to get it. I don't know. Brian was actually like, he's like, I was so embarrassed when you picked that up. I was like, it's like, why are you embarrassed? Because like the guy was selling it, so obviously he doesn't care if someone buys it. He wants someone to buy it. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's porn, but come on, don't be a prude. And next is the Illusion of Gaia that I got at the flea market. I actually did start playing this game, and I got pretty far in. I want to say like maybe I'm like 50% of the way through the game. The problem, what happened was I got stuck at a part for a few days, but I did manage to beat it. But then Fire Emblem came out, the one on the Three Houses for Switch, and that just like consumed my life for like 2 months. So I wasn't really playing anything besides Fire Emblem. And I think that's why I stopped playing this, but I want to try and pick it up again because I've been liking what I've been playing so far. Like, it's a pretty good game, and it was $20, which was like it's kind of the going rate for it online, but it's also like something you don't see at the flea market like at all. So I kind of just like I felt in like an impulse to buy it. And let's go through the records. I picked out 5 records that were I considered my favorite. And first up is Jake Bug Sensation. I got this for like $30 or something, which is actually a pretty good price. Yeah, I didn't get this show this last time because it was in the shrink wrap. But here's Jake. He's contemplating. He's thinking about things. And yeah, it's like a pretty good price considering. I mean, one, it was sealed, but I mean, obviously I opened it because I wanted to listen to it, and it's like $30 is about like the going rate for it, including shipping or so online. And yeah, I mean this copy of the record, it plays good. My the first side of this album is a lot better than the second side, I'd say, but it's still it's still a good like kind of 60s rock throwback album. And like Jake Bugg sounds a lot like Bob Dylan. I think that's what he's going for, at least on this album. Like, God, look how cool he is, guys. Come on, look at him. He's got the dart. He's got the guitar. He's ready to play at any time. We love Bug. Next is Incredibad. I got this for like $15 and it's going for like $40-$50. But I want to say if you were considering getting this record for I don't know if I can recommend getting it for like $50 because I'm going to be honest, this does not sound that good. It sounds like whoever like mixed this or something, it makes it sound like the record, like the people, like the songs are playing like away from the speakers. I don't know what it is about it, but like if you have this record, you know what I'm talking about. For $15, I don't feel very slighted because I kind of just wanted it to have it because Incredibad was like my middle school anthem. So many classic songs, and I'd say even with the sound quality to this day, this album still holds up. It's just so funny. But yeah, I'd still consider it one of my favorite records I got, just because of how much nostalgia I have for the album. Next, we got Depeche Mode. It's called A Heart. I think this was like, I don't remember how much I paid for this, like maybe $5 or so. But this is what started my the summer of Depeche, where I was constantly listening to Depeche Mode and trying to get into Depeche Mode, and I mean it worked. I've listened to a few of their albums since, and I'm a fan. I like a lot of their stuff. And I have this single to thank. I probably wouldn't have like jumped into Depeche Mode if I hadn't listened to and liked this single. So I'm happy to have it. It's not. I mean, it's just a single. It's not really anything super special. It's more like what it represented, what it meant, which was opening the door to Depeche Mode in general. And I don't have much more Depeche Mode than this. I have another single that I got that I showed off, I think, last flea market video, and their second album, which it's okay, but it's like their early stuff. So it's not as goth as like Violator or Music for the Masses. So next we have Viva La Rock by Adam Ant. This album I'd seen in one of the sellers for a while, for like a few, maybe like 2-3 weeks or so before I ended up getting it, and it was like $15 or something, so I was a little apprehensive at first, but I had heard some stuff from Adam Ant on First Wave and something like that. So I like kind of knew what to expect. He was like 80s kind of like alt rock new wave sort of band. So I figured I'd like him. And I got this album, and this album is actually really good. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, and I'm happy I did like it a lot. It's what I like about Viva La Rock is it manages to keep the momentum throughout the entire record, and just like it's constant like upbeat song after upbeat song in like a good way. Because I know there's some albums that like doesn't work, but for his sound it definitely works. What a just a pleasant surprise and just a really solid album. Probably like an 8 out of 10 for me. There's just a lot of like stuff on it that I just really like. So yeah, check out Viva La Rock if you have a chance. It's on like streaming services, so you don't really have an excuse. Same for this next one, surprisingly. This is probably my favorite record that I got at the flea market. It's also one of the cheapest. I paid $5 for it. It's the Fly Seville Carousel. I got this a few weeks ago, a few flea markets ago. And if you recall, I got it because it said that it was indie rock. Limited edition indie rock. Because there are only 300 copies of this made. And there were no represses because the Fly Seville are not a very well-known band. And yeah, I saw that it was like indie rock and 1999, so I was like late 90s indie rock. Okay, that's right up my alley. I'll go grab that. And I ended up listening to it, and this album is really good. Like I like Viva La Rock. I like this a lot better. Well, not a lot better. Just like I'd say that this is I'd say I'd like this more than Viva La Rock, but maybe not by too much. Maybe it's partly because I wasn't expecting. I don't I'd never heard of the Fly Seville, so I had no clue what to expect. So maybe it kind of like surprised me in that way, in a sense, because yeah, I've never heard of these guys, and apparently they recorded the album in like Cambridge, Mass. So it didn't get very far from where I am, but I'm happy to have it because I would in a million years never heard of this album if I had not gone to the flea market that weekend. Just absolutely no way. And you can't really find like much about these guys or guys and girl. Like Jesse Blatz, Stacey Joy, Randy Noonan, Colin Rinesmith. Yeah, apparently a couple of these guys went on to make another band, but that didn't seem to go anywhere, and this was back in like 2009. Apparently they recorded a second album, but it never got released until like a few years ago. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone knows about the Fly Seville, let me know, because I'm a fan. I'm a pretty big fan now. If you have to check out any albums from this video, I would say Viva La Rock, but check out Carousel. It's really good. So that's all the records. Alright, fuck it. I'll go grab the Saturn. We all know it's hooked up right now. I forgot to unhook it up. So, it's not gonna be in the case. Of course, I'm about to put it in there right now for the sake of the viewer. Because you guys have never seen this in HD yet. Last time I showed this off, it was on the phone camera. But now we have an actual camera. Voila! Yeah, like I said, the Saturn was hooked up, so I have been using it. So the Saturn, I mean, obviously, I don't think anyone who's watched this series is surprised that this is probably my favorite thing that I've gotten. It's it's kind of like what I was saying with the illusion of Gaia. It's just not something you expect to see at the flea market. You do not see like mint condition Sega Saturns from like a Blockbuster rental unit program. You just don't see it. And I paid like $170 for this. And you can definitely get Saturns for cheaper, but I mean my Saturn, like I said, is in mint condition. This thing probably wasn't even played for years until I got a hold of it. It came with two controllers, one stock and one Blockbuster brand, but I mean this one, it doesn't feel that bad. It actually feels alright. So it's like, I think it's like apparently like a semi-official controller where like Sega was like, yeah, make it. I don't know. But yeah, it's also the snazzy case. This is really nice to store the thing. I've gotten a few games since then. I've gotten Panzer Dragoon, Panzer Dragoon Zwei, obviously, which you've seen in the flea market videos. And just recently, I might as well show it alongside. I got Knights just last time, and I've been playing through Panzer Dragoon a bit with the 3D pad, with the 3D controller, and there's this whole community that like talks about, or people will say that like the Saturn controller is like the most comfortable controller in the world. Let me tell you guys, I mean it's definitely not the most comfortable controller in the world, but it's surprisingly more comfortable than you would expect. I mean, it's like a fucking circle, so obviously we're not dealing. You see this thing and you're like, what the fuck? But it's actually surprisingly pretty good, and I actually like the control stick. It feels like the feedback, just like the resistance, it just feels pretty nice, and it's also like got a concave indent, which also is nice for my for the fingers. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have it, especially for 3D games. It just seemed like mandatory, really. Maybe not for something like Knights, because Knights is like kind of like on rails, so I don't even know if you would need something something like a 3D controller for that. But regardless, I like the packaging, even though, like I said before, it's a little beat up. The controller is in great condition, and that was the important part. So yeah, I think that's everything. I hope that we see each other back in April when I when I have more flea market stuff. In the meantime, sit tight, because this is not going to be the last vlog until April. I've got plenty of other ideas kicking around in the old head. So, thanks for watching. See you guys later.